Oh, come here. All right, guys. I didn't have Livescope or Active Captain running yet to get this, but I'm to look at that, guys. Today I'm going to teach y'all a little basic. I think most of you guys know we got a lot of people that are using Livescope for the first time, and I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of basic stuff for Livescope and how to use it and how to catch slabs like this, guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna put some more fish in a boat. Y'all enjoy.
I'm an American. And I'm a citizen of this world and of heaven. Some things were meant to be together. I believe in faith and freedom. Got a country too. I believe with faith and freedom, we're gonna make it through.
This video is going to be a lot longer than normal, and I apologize for that, but I gotta say it is packed with great information. So if you are new to Livescope or even an intermediate, I'm going to show you how I use my jigs, how I'm able to see them in Livescope, position it the right way, and then we're going to jump into Livescope settings, what I think is the best for Livescope. This is what I've just learned, played with, and figured out. So guys, I hope you stay with me for the whole show, and let me know in the comments if you have something different or you like it. Just throw it out. Y'all enjoy. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, so it is 40, well, it's about 45 degrees now, 46, and it was pretty cold this morning. I should have had to wear my bibs, but we got a water temperature right now of 59.43, so 59, almost 50, almost 60 degrees. I'm the only person out here fishing. It's been very foggy. I'm sure I'll get some more people out here, but I just ran up on 3 big crappie, caught one of them, so it's a good day. But let me show you guys what I'm trying to do here. I know a lot of y'all are new to Livescope, and you'll see some of this stuff in the video, but let me get a little bit closer here. So basically what I'm doing, I'm using a 12-foot ACC rear seat rod right now, but I'm using what I call a double weight. Let me get the line off the camera there. There we go. So a double, I don't know, I'm using a double thing. So basically what I do is I've got a slip weight right here that will slip up and down. I've got a swivel, and the whole point of that is to stop the weight. Then I've got a 2-foot leader and my jig. All right, the reason I'm doing this, you'll see in a minute, it's a lot easier to look on Livescope and see where everything is. When you got 2 things moving up and down, it's gonna be a lot easier to see what you're doing. I might even go over a few settings here. The biggest thing is, and we're getting into the sun, I'm sorry. The biggest thing is when, especially in the spring, when you start using Livescope and there's a lot of fish around, you want to see 2 things that are moving together. That way you know exactly which one is yours, which one's your jig. Believe it or not, you will get lost in there. So that's why I'm doing this. So that's one little tip for anybody who's just getting Livescope, and then we'll go over a few settings. Let's go catch a couple fish and show you what it looks like on Livescope. Got him. All right. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. That's where having 2 things moving concurrently really play a part in catching your fish. Good old fish. Man, she's not very fat, dude. She may have already spawned out. Some of these have spawned out already. Nice fish, though. All right, go get another one. Got it. Man, dude, I hate these dang glasses. I can't see this sticking line. There we go. Gosh, that's a nice fish right there. Nice big female. There's a couple of them. There's kind of balled up together. Look at that. Whew. Catch another one. Got it. Not a very big one, but he's a... Finally. Little girl sitting on a tree. Got it. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Good girl. All right, hopefully you saw that one. Trying to get a good video for you to see. So a whole bunch of them in there. I've seen bigger, but it's a good fish. See if I can catch another one in there. So guys, as I'm doing this, watch how both my jig and my weight move concurrently through there. It's a lot easier to see. So I'm a little bit off right there. You can tell. But I got it. Couldn't see her. See if there's one more in there. Yep, there's one right there. Right there. She ran, but she got it. Oh, I got her under the lip. So she actually didn't bite this thing. There we go. Hey, no, come here, stop. Let's take a picture. We can, oh, come on, don't be camera shy. There we go. Take a picture, little girl. So one of the things that people always complain about is having a hard time finding their jig. And there's a reason for that. You probably know this already, but if you don't, that transducer shoots a 20-degree cone. So the 20 degrees starts at the cone, works its way out. So one of the problems is you get outside that cone. You can still see pieces of it. You still see a fade image of it. But if you don't have it straight on, you don't have it really bright, then you're outside that cone. So what you gotta do is look at the fish. If the fish is really bright, your jig needs to be really bright to get on top of it. So here's an example. Just kind of look at the screen. So right here, let's see. So I'm in front of my jig, right there, or my jig's in front of my transducer. Now if I go off to the side, you see it fade out. See how it fades out? And all I went over was about 2 inches. So you've got to make sure, I can see it there, it's not crystal clear. It gets better as I move it in, and then worse as I move it out. So the big thing is making sure your pointer is correct, making sure that your jig is right in front of that transducer. So if the fish is really bright, your jig needs to be really bright. If you can't see it good enough, here's an idea. Show you this. So I got it in the water. I can mess with my gain, turn it up, make it brighter. Of course, it makes everything else a little fuzzier, but you can still see pretty good. There's that tree, there's my jig. So as you see, two things moving together. Hopefully that helps y'all. All right, guys, so today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over some Livescope settings. I've had it asked in the past, and I've done a video on it before, but I did it basically on the settings that I normally use. Now I'm gonna kind of do that again today, but I'm gonna go back through a few more basics. So I'm gonna put this on, you're gonna see me like this, but I'm gonna put it on Active Captain and record this so that you guys can watch it. But let me show you a couple things. If you are doing YouTube videos or if you want to record your stuff on Active Captain, there's a couple things you need to do, especially if you have an iPhone. I'm not sure how an Android works. So if you go into your settings program on your iPhone, go down to display and brightness, click on that, and then you'll see, scroll down just a little bit, there's one that says auto lock. On the iPhone, you have a 30-second option, a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, and then never. So I'm gonna click on never. What happens with that is when you're recording, and this is, a lot of times when I don't have Livescope footage to show you, this is one of the issues that I have. I've not changed it over. And so what's gonna happen is after 5 minutes, your phone shuts off. The display shuts off. When the display shuts off, it quits recording as well. So you just gotta make sure that you're gonna be able to see your footage. Not a lot of times you need to do a 5-minute video, but sometimes you wanna see it. Sometimes if you have a second person in the boat, you can bring an iPad, put Active Captain on there, and then you can have 2 people looking at the same screen, but one standing over here on the side, looking at it, one looking right at the actual Garmin unit. So that's one of the things you got to do. All right, let me get Active Captain started. I'm gonna put you guys on pause for 1 minute, get that going, and be back with you. All right, guys, so I have Active Captain up, as you can see, and with my transducer, I've got a nice little tree showing here, but I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that I do, especially when you first get this out of the box. It's exciting. You think I'm gonna be able to just get out there, jump in and start fishing, and to an extent you can, but there are gonna be some issues that you probably need to take care of to make sure you get the best quality picture. So what I'm gonna do is, unfortunately you can't see what I'm doing here on the screen. I apologize, on the my buttons, but I'll try to walk you through them as we go in here, and you can watch on the screen, okay? So I'm gonna hit my menu button here, and first thing I'm gonna do is go to Sonar Setup. So once I get in here, I've got several different options. Appearance is the first one. You look at your color schemes. So I've got it on amber, which is the very first one, but let's scroll through some of these. Copper shows you a little different view. Black emerald, some people love that. I don't know if it's because of my eyes, but whatever. Anyway, got a midnight blue, that's another one. Orange crawfish, it's not a bad one for me. Red shad, and then you have blue, which to me that looks like the old 2D sonar. I cannot stand that. I know what it's doing is showing you in red the hot spots, but I'd rather see that in a different color personally. And then we'll go down to the yellow, just to let you take a look at it. Once again, that looks like the old sonar in my opinion. So I'm going back to amber. All right, color gain. This is one thing that a lot of people don't ever mess with. I believe default it comes somewhere in the 40s. I pop mine up to 95. And I will come change this periodically, but this is going to be pretty much what I set it on. So if you look at the screen, it's getting darker and darker. My hot spots are going away. I want to see those suckers. So I'm going to pop that. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and pop it right there about 86. We'll do about, 88. All right. I'm going to go back to my menu, hit the wrong button there, back to Sonar Setup. You got a noise, well, hold on. Appearance, there we go. You got trails, you can turn trails on or off. I'll leave mine off. Bottom fill, let's turn it on for the fun of it and see what, if you look at the very bottom, it's filled with kind of a different color. I keep mine off personally, just something else to add in there. Grid overlay, you say show or not show, you just saw those squares in there, they all went away. I like those, and I'll tell you why. So I'm fishing at 20 foot, and if you look at the numbers, it starts with 0 in the it's right underneath the transducer. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, so I know there's a 2 foot radius between those squares. Same thing going down on my depth. So if I see a fish and it fills up a majority of that square, I know it's a good fish. So I like the grid overlay on there personally. And then scroll history, I'm not worried about that. Let's go ahead and go back. and talk about noise reject, G, and yeah, those are two that I want to talk about here. And then there's three things that I said I change every time. So these are two that I do mess with, depending on what the water looks like, if it's going to be muddy, if it's going to be clear. So if you look at the screen, I hit noise reject. Right now I got it on high. If I turn this off, look at that. So I'm seeing the sonar rays. It looks like rays of light, but it's actually the sonar coming off the transducer. I don't like that. I can go with low, I can go with medium, or I can go with high. Right now I'm doing high. It gives me the best picture, especially for video. I can see pretty good with it as well. I see better with it. I'm just getting a bunch of that junk out of there. TVG, let's go to that. Right now I've got it off. So what it's going to do is basically take out, it stands for time varying gain. What it does, it takes out trash around the transducer. So if I go on low, you'll notice there's going to be a little black thing that pops in. Wow, that was a lot for that. Actually, I thought it wouldn't think it would be that much. Well, I am in 23 foot of water. Go to medium, it takes out more, and go to high, it does it again. So you notice the tops of my trees have now disappeared. So when I'm in a deeper water, I might turn that on. If I have a lot of trash in the water, I might turn it on. I am going with this on the off position. It allows me to see all the way up to my transducer, everything that's in the water. Not that I need that, but, and I forgot to turn that thing off. That's another thing to do on your phone, is turn the notifications off, or else you're gonna see them on the screen like you just saw just now. Where was I? Oh yeah, I want to be able to see when I catch a fish. I want to see it come all the way up, because I'm putting these on YouTube for you guys to see. So I want to see it all the way up there. I don't want to disappear in the middle. Let's go to data overlay. So this is going to show you your depth, which I want on. So if I turn the depth off, you'll notice it just disappeared. Leave it on high. I like my water temperature on there, 62.7. My unit voltage, I want to go ahead and it helps me to be able to watch that. That may be too much information for y'all, but with my battery issues I've had lately, I want to watch that. And then my speed, I don't want that. Oh, okay, GPS speed, water speed, auto, I've got it on high. I don't need to see that. Time of day, I do have that on. There's your clock. I like to see that one. For some reason, my hummingbirds are an hour behind all the time. I don't understand why. I've messed with that forever, but anyway. So those are the main settings that I'm going to use here. Now, let's go ahead and go back out. So you see I've got a nice tree here. So a couple of things I'm going to use all the time. If I'm going to look for a tree, I'm going to go ahead and scan out. All right, so I can usually I'll pop it up to 70 feet. What that's allowing me to do, see, I've got, looks like about 50 feet, there's another tree. It's really not clear at all, but that's how I do my scanning. Once I get up to where I'm going, I'll move it back down to 20 feet. So once again, I know I got those 2 foot squares. So right here, I've got this one at 5 feet is where these fish are, where this stump is and these fish. And those are some pretty good fish in there. Another thing I'll do is mess with my gain. So I can turn it up higher, I can turn it down lower. It's a constant thing that I'm dealing with here. I always want to get the best picture, and so I like my gain up in the 84, 85, 86 range. The other thing I'm going to do constantly is, I went back too far, sorry. Back up. There we go. Is I'm going to hit my menu, and I'm going to select my depth range. So when you first get your unit, it's going to be on the auto setting. And what the auto setting does, it's going to put it about right there. Notice how small that picture is. I'm having a hard time, seeing where my fish are, seeing how big they are. So I want to maximize my screen and pop it down there to where I just have the bottom end. There are some guys that I talked to one the other day. He knows that pretty much everything on the bottom is going to be catfish, so he he maximizes it even more. He'll cut out the first 5-6 feet, and that's what he's fishing with. So it's kind of up to you. I like to watch the bottom, kind of give me an idea when I'm getting deeper. I can watch the depth up there at the top, but I like to, kind of shows me what the land looks like. So that's it, basically right there. But every time I'm fishing, when I go to a new spot, I'm gonna mess with my depth range. I'm gonna mess with my gain and my forward range. So I'm gonna scan far out, and then when it comes time to fish, I'm gonna back it into 20. So you know, I can get up to see, I'm scanning at 70 feet. As I get closer, I'm gonna keep enlarging that until I get to the 20 foot. Once it gets in the 20 foot, then I'm gonna have it where it is now. Let me get back, get out of this, and there we go. I don't usually go, some people pop it in even farther. I don't do that just because when I use spot lock, a lot of times, like right now, we got a nice windy day, and if I get to 10 feet, by the time I start fishing, they're out at about 15 to 16 feet. And as you notice, I don't have that on the screen right now because I zoomed in too far. So I like to stay at 20. And anyway, I hope these things have kind of given you some good information on Livescope. For sure, if you have questions, please, by all means, put them in the comments. Let me know, and I'll see what I can do about answering you guys. Woo! All right, YouTube. Hey guys, we are calling it a day. It's about 11:15 right now, and man, it is. I wish I was a weatherman. They said it's gonna be 1 to 2 mile an hour winds today, and it's well, it's white capping out there. It's pretty good for 1 to 2 mile an hour winds. One of the only jobs you can get into and be wrong all the time. If you're a weatherman, I'm sorry. Just having a good time. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope I got you some good information on Livescope, and we caught quite a few fish today, so it was a good time. But yeah, man, y'all make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch y'all next week. So y'all have a good one. Actually, if you get a chance, we'll see you on Monday night for the live show, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Y'all take care.